So I just want to talk to you a little bit about rounding with degrees. Um, we found out a moment ago that if I travel a difference of 1 degree from 36 to 37 degrees when we travel from Sydney to Honolulu, that in actual fact, our northerly distance changed by 85 kilometres, which is a really large amount of distance. Partly the problem there was that we were using a rounded figure of our angle. Okay, so the actual true bearing from Sydney to Honolulu is 036.721239 degrees true. The thing about this is that in aviation and on the ocean, okay, they don't tend to use this sort of idea of an angle being split up into decimals. What they prefer to do is look at each single degree and break that up. So degrees, every single individual degree, okay, so this tiny little space of 1 degree, okay, is actually able to be divided into 60 pieces, which I can't even draw, okay, and each little section of that degree is called a minute. And then in those little sections of minutes, each one of those can then be broken up even tinier. And those really, really tiny slivers of a degree are called seconds. So when we talk about angles, we don't just measure in degrees. We can also measure in degrees, minutes, and seconds. A little bit like a clock, where we've got an hour is divided into minutes and seconds. But how does that work? Well, let's look at a couple of easier examples to begin with, and it might help you. Just bear with me while I scroll. Okay. So if we look at 42.5 degrees, okay, that means we've got 42 degrees and we've got half a degree, okay, 0.5 of a degree. Now, if a degree is made up of 60 minutes, 0.5 of, in maths means times, 60 equals 30 minutes. That makes sense, right? Half of 60 is 30. So 42.5 degrees could be written as 42 degrees and 30 minutes. Now, a minute is a comma. All right, let's look at 60.25 degrees. Well, that starts with 60 degrees, and then we have left over 0.25 of a degree. Okay, 0.25 of a degree. So 0.25, a quarter of 60. Well, a quarter of 60 is equal to 15. So there must be 15 seconds makes a quarter of a degree. So 60.25 degrees could be written as 60 degrees and 15 seconds. All right, let's try something different. 71.3 degrees. Right, well, that's 71 degrees and 0.3 of a degree. Okay. Let's follow our pattern. 0.3 of means times degree. There are 60 minutes in a degree. 0.3 times 60 is equal to 18. So that would be 71 degrees and 18 minutes. What I'd like you to do below the Hawaii and Honolulu problem is that there's a section that says convert degrees to degrees and minutes. So I want you to follow this process and do just the left-hand side of that table.